All right, we're here with a unit test video. Turn and I are going to be testing the new Kharibdyss, the new monstrous secret, in a number of scenarios. First up, I believe what we're doing, Giants? Giants?
Yeah, we're going to do the Beastmen and test them out against Giants. So I feel like the Kharibdyss should win this one. But again, Giants do have higher weapon strength, and I think their melee attack and their melee defense is about the same. But yeah, I think we're good to go. You ready?
Yeah. We'll go ahead and start that battle.
Ready this bad boy up. So as far as like how Kharibdyss were in like the tabletop and lore and everything, what was their kind of role in 8th edition, or I guess before the end times, I should say.
Funny you mentioned that. So the Kharibdyss had a little bit more of a damage roll than the War Hydra. It basically it had a special rule called Feast of Bones.
Oh.
That anytime it did, if it begin the feast. Anytime it did, if it used all of its attacks and scored with all those attacks, then if it made all of them and hit all of them, then it got to then it did an additional automatic attack.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was a pretty high strength. It was like a strength 7 or strength 6 one.
Got it.
So it just to kind of represent like this bladed maw that kind of keeps coming at you nonstop.
Yeah, they're pretty freaky looking for sure. Yeah, there's a nice little fast forward there.
Dude, imagine that thing just like coming out of your toilet in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's like what. Yeah, that's some nightmare fuel for sure. But yeah, the Kharibdyss are they don't have their regeneration, which we will miss from the War Hydra, but I don't know.
Did we get their Abyssal Shriek, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, Giants have such good leadership, so it shouldn't be so much of a variable there. But against other like large monsters with poor leadership, it could be substantial. So on the far side, it looks like he's winning. See that over here?
Yeah.
The Giant. Yeah, look at him.
In the middle, though, it's definitely the Kharibdyss is winning that one.
Yeah, the poison's good. I think Kharibdyss have lower base HP than the Giant, but yeah, they're chewing through them pretty effectively, actually. Especially in the middle. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, he's barely taking any damage in middle. And Abyssal, so we'll take a look at Abyssal Howl here. It's -8 leadership. It's got a nice 30-meter range. So that's kind of nice because it's kind of always going off for you.
Yeah, could be good against like Skaven and Greenskins. Again, though it is risky to bring these guys in those matchups because the Kharibdyss itself only has 50 armor and low melee defense. So even like Clan Rat spears as well as slingers will be able to do a bunch of damage. But
right, even the fact that it causes terror, it's like a pretty weak terror battery at that.
Yeah,
it doesn't have the advantage of flying or anything.
I think maybe against the vampire counts, although the leadership isn't that great, but the vampires don't have any missiles to punish it, and this will do pretty well against. Oh, look at that when it like rears up on its hind legs and shoots.
Dude, it's so sick. Like they get up there and they start like shooting this like blue, purplish crap everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Giant just clubbed that thing.
Yeah, was there like a synced animation or something?
No, I think it just smacked one of its bottom heads, and it just was like it was like a disgruntled veterinarian and a vet. Oh!
We can probably fast forward from here too,
if you insist.
Just kidding. It's fun to watch them fight for a minute, but I don't think they have any sync animation. So it looks like the Kharibdyss wins. I mean, their one fight on the far side was pretty even. Yeah, that was a. Oh wow, the Giant actually won over there, but just barely.
Just barely, just eked it out.
I think if you were to test that, 9 or 10 times, the Kharibdyss would win. 8 or 9 of those.
Interestingly, though, it's like I thought the far low. I mean, I guess my left, your right. I thought that one was going to lose. The middle one was going to win, and the far right one for me, your left.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a any man's game. So it's pretty crazy that that they ended up pulling out, especially on almost all of them.
It just goes to show the anti-large bonus is pretty solid, as well as the poison, which is going to mitigate a lot of the different stats, like just overall damage. So for the next one, is there anything we want to test from Bretonnia? So if we do Bretonnia, I'm going to take a Lord, and you just keep the three Kharibdyss.
I shall.
Let's test them against Grail Knights and see how they do. Like, see if the Dark Elves could use them as a deterrent. I feel like the Grail Knights are going to win.
Really? Even though, do you think their anti-large are really going to be like?
Well, yeah, the Grail Knights have anti-large too.
Anti-large themselves. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they do really well against light armor. Grail Knights in general. I don't know though. This is. I
want to see Grail Knights charge a Kharibdyss.
Yeah. Now I don't know if using the lance formation is going to be the best idea here.
So when do you find that the lance formation is actually?
I actually
useful?
don't like it that much.
I don't at all.
I think against like braced infantry, it's pretty good. Not braced infantry, excuse me, just like infantry in general. But I feel like whenever I go in lance formation, I get hit with artillery, and it just like kills twice as many as it should.
I just feel like it just feels like so papery. Like it's just like meh. It doesn't like get a really good charge on them. I feel.
I'll try it too with the lance formation, and then the other one I won't. So get these guys. They'll get in their lance formations here.
And it's funny because like in tabletop, you never didn't choose lance formation.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. I mean, it's not so much like, yes, the stats are going to be better on Lance Formation. You're going to be getting, charge bonus, speed, acceleration, all that kind of good stuff. And 36% on your charge bonus is quite substantial. But the issue being is that sometimes, like, the actual, formation itself, like, you just get these, like, kind of awkward pile-ins.
Right.
We'll see how it goes here. Anyways, let's fast forward this bad boy. Let's do it to it.
Do it.
I feel like the Grail Knights are going to win pretty hard. Yeah. Oh, man, those Kharibdyss just get put in a trash can.
Yeah, seriously, holy crap!
I knew that would happen. Just the anti-large on the Grail Knights is so good.
We needed to see it. Though the center one, I mean,
hey, maybe it'll win. They retaliate a little better after the charge bonus wears off. From there, it's Well, that wasn't as bad of a trash canning as I thought. Yeah,
especially the center and the far one was a little bit closer. The one at the outer end was definitely a little bit quicker.
Yeah, if you're expecting like heavy Bretonnian cav, you could bring like a Kharibdyss with like the Hellebroni or some spears and use it as like a defensive deterrent to protect your archers, because it has poison, so it's going to punish cav very heavily for like coming in, and it'll slow down their retreat. They'll get dragged down by spears, but in just a straight up fight, I don't think you want to do that. So,
dude, nothing can deter against the Hellebroni, my bro.
The chillest of bros. All right, now let's go ahead and try out the greenskins. So we're going to be doing the Arachnarch Queen just to kind of test out to see if the Kharibdyss can take out kind of the big mama, as well as the two smaller spiders. But this should be an interesting one. I feel like the Arachnarch spiders might do pretty well because they do have the missile batteries. The goblins on their on top of them there. So.
Oh, so you're giving the actual Arachnarch spider reinforcements are going to be with her then?
No, the Arachnarch spider actually has goblins on top of it that throw like little poison spears. So
that's right.
And the Kharibdyss is lightly armored, relatively speaking, with 50 armor. So it could be something that goes pretty well for the spider here. So we're going to go ahead and see how this bad boy goes.
I'm not worried about it. I got this one in the bag.
I have a feeling the Arachnarch Queens... I mean, the Arachnarch Queen is going to just smash face because its stats are really, really good. But the other ones, it's going to be interesting. We're going in, and we are going in. Fast forward.
Let's
do it. I'm going to cheat and pop the global wah.
So good that it's global. Dude.
So good.
It's so good, though. It's so much more thematic, I think, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Makes sense. All right.
Did you ever see them? Oh.
Yeah, look at that. The spiders are doing pretty good. The queen is laying a bit of a whooping there, but I think the little peppering arrows, they also apply poison. So the Kharibdyss itself is going to get poison, and the spider poison. So it's not like it stacks or anything, but
it's pretty neck and neck though.
Now, how much does the Kharibdyss cost?
1,800.
1,800. Okay, the Arachnarch Queen I think costs. We'll check after this, but it's pretty close. I know the Arachnarch Queen itself costs quite a bit more, but regardless. Arachnarch spiders are pretty hard to take down with their heavy armor, so having at least an option on the roster like these guys, I think is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, and it seems to be doing. I mean, it's pretty sound. I mean, leadership alone is kind of winning the fight in the first two.
Look at that.
The third one, yeah. It's coming down to leadership at the end of it.
Yeah, the 8 leadership actually, I think, comes into effect.
But I think when they come back, it's gonna.
And that bug is still in the game. You see how fast the Arachnarch Queens run?
Dude, oh my god.
Yeah. That's actually a bug. They're not supposed to. Okay, so the Kharibdyss can do well against the... That's close, though. And
that was very close.
And if one
anything was helping them out, it would... Yeah, I think anything helping out either way would have just made that like totally one-sided for the other. You know what I mean?
Well, the greenskins would be the one using like the Bonewood staff with Wurzog, or like or the Wa, or like any of those other type of mechanics. So
that and like anything like a Dark Shard, throwing any kind of additional ammunition into that Arachnarch Queen is going to make it fold real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So okay, so I think it's time for High Elves. So as far as this test goes, I think let's go ahead and try out Dragon Princes. So I'm going to get the regular Dragon Princes as well as the Fireborn, which are the ROR. And, the fire damage isn't going to be as good, but I want to see how they do against, like, dedicated anti-large. If they can survive, if they can win in that kind of duel. And maybe just, like, 2-star dragons. Sound good to you?
Okay. So am I doing 3 Kharibdyss?
Four of those bad boys, yeah. So we'll do the Dragon Princes plus 2-star dragons, so.
Oh, okay, so 2 on 2?
Yeah, it'll be 2 on 2 total, so. Yeah, I feel like the Fireborn might actually win. If Grail Knights were able to win the matchup, then the Fireborn should as well. But I still want to see, and of course...
So do you think the Fireborn would win and the normal ones wouldn't?
Yeah, I think regular Dragon Princes will lose because they don't have the bonus first large. And Fireborn...
Oh, that's right, true. I always forget about that.
The Fireborn's bonus first large is pretty substantial, so let's go ahead and look. So I'm going to put... Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter where I put them. And Star Dragons should probably lose this. Because their advantage is that they fly and have like breath attacks, but in terms of like just pounding, they're not going to be like.
Should do you want to let the breath? Well, I guess the breath attack doesn't really matter. We'll just go balls.
Yeah, we'll just go fisticuffs. We'll go fisticuffs, just like raw combat.
Raw combat.
But the dragons do have much better weapon strength, but I still think that the Kharibdyss should win.
I'm just gonna have to charge and range you.
Yeah.
I can't.
Just with the ones that are fighting the dragons, make sure that as soon as I start fighting, you just like make sure they're engaged, like spam click. Sometimes they can.
Right.
They can
Yeah,
be.
sometimes it kind of waltz around for a bit and putts around. Oh, has anybody seen my Kharibdyss wallet?
Look at these things, dude. They're pretty. Like the main maw. Oh man, like with its like slack jaw
Dude, just
there.
giant slack jaw, like tongue of teeth.
That's pretty disturbing for sure. Now, let's see how they go. Dragon princes are. Oh man, these dragon princes are just giving them the business.
Dumpster, both on both ends, man.
Yeah. Even the regular ones will lose in sustained combat, I think. Their charge bonus is what does that.
Oh my god, dude, the Fireborn just
Yeah. Well, that's their job. That's why you pay 2k gold, right? So they can...
sustained combat though. The Dragon Princes, they almost routed the Kharibdyss, but
Yeah, look at that. They
both the dragons are losing.
Yeah, I would expect the dragons to lose. Dragons aren't meant for this. But that one dragon put up a pretty good fight.
Right. But I mean, that was the Star Dragon and the okay, both Star, okay.
So those dragon princes terror routed, and then I re-engaged them. They broke again.
Oh, dude, that Kharibdyss just like butt attacked it. Oh god, oh.
Butt attacked it.
Dude, just right for the tail, man. Like, just no regard. It doesn't seem to be any custom animations for him.
Yeah, probably is just somewhere buried in some matchup. All right, cool. So they beat Star Dragons pretty convincingly, and then just in a straight duel. Again, we didn't use the breath or anything, but the Dragon Fireborn win. Regular Dragon Princes actually did a ton of damage on the charge, but after that, they lose in sustained combat. Yeah,
just barely though. I mean, the icon was actually flashing. The leadership went all the way down for the Kharibdyss, and then came back like shockingly high because I think it saw its bro die.
It's bro.
Get cribbed, bro.
So next we're gonna do Krokgar. Yeah, so just bring four this time as well.
4 again? Okay.
Yeah, 4. I'm gonna do Sora Scar Veterans, and then I'm going to get a Feral Carnosaur as well as. Is there any other large monsters, beasties we want to try?
So you could do a Stegodon, but they're not meant to fight beasts anyway.
Yeah. The Ancient Stegodon does have the missiles. I guess we could do that for fun.
Yeah, might as well. Just throw in some Jurassic World action going on here.
I'm gonna get 2 for. Actually, bring 5 this time if you could.
Oh, that's a lot of Kharibdyss.
6. Let's go 6 because I want to test like multiple. Yeah, let's do this 6. I'm feeling a little spicy today, Ryan.
Dude, this is spicy indeed, man. This is a lot of toothed vaginas on your playfield.
Yeah, those things are nightmare fuel for sure.
Did you ever see the movie Midnight Meat Train? Or no, it's Teeth.
What is that? Just some random. The first one sounds super disturbing. Oh man.
Midnight Meat Train, I swear to God, it's an actual thing. It's actually like this haunted train where a killer lives.
Oh man, dude. I've heard of Teeth, but I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's about a teeth vagina. It's about a Kharibdyss. It's the life and death of a Kharibdyss.
Just like Kharibdyss lore video.
Basically, yeah.
Only on Italian Spartacus. I'm going to use the abilities on these guys, just so it's kind of like like an actual battle. Okay. The Stegodon's going to use its Ballista. So.
Dude, the Kharibdyss, they walk across with no fear.
They cometh.
Okay, so let me go down the line here. So so Krokgar, the Scar Veteran.
I have a couple of Feral bad boys too.
Scars. So 2 Scar Veteran, 2 Feral Carnosaurs, and then just Stegodon.
Yeah, I'm going to use the combat abilities here, just to... It would happen in a battle anyway, so...
Right.
I mean, so would the Star Dragon Breath, but...
But I mean, I would use it on a unit more so than an actual hard target like that.
Cool, everyone's doing their business.
So let's see, I'm going to get a better view here so we can see everyone.
There's so many sounds. I gotta like zoom out so people don't get trolled.
Oh yeah, I'm all the way zoomed up.
Yeah, the T-Rex just all mad.
So it looks obviously like the Carnosaurs that are being controlled obviously are kind of winning. Feral one's not as much.
They're still doing well though.
Rampage. Yeah, especially the one in the first of the ones, and then actually the Stegodon's kind of beating that Kharibdyss around.
It's because the Ballista on the back does a ton of damage. It's like a short-range Ballista, yeah.
Okay, so Kharibdyss beats that one Carnosaur.
Well, I'm going to use the Cold Bloods, too. See if I can keep him afloat. Krokgar takes a whooping, though. For the cost, they do pretty well.
Yeah, 1,800 versus what's a Scar Veteran?
They're like 1,900, give or take. Yeah. Krokgar wins, of course. But I did use his abilities also. So, like, had you used Krokgar's abilities somewhere else, that would have probably been a much closer fight.
Right.
Scarvets win. They should win. They're more expensive, and they share a dedicated role as well. But the Ferals go
you had to
down.
use those abilities to kind of come out on top. I mean, that 1-star Scar veteran might lose out on leadership.
Yeah, that's true because of the Howl.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's stacking up with the other one's Howl too. So that's something. Oh no, it's just out of range. So we're good.
Yeah, we're fine. I don't think it stacks anyways. So.
Oh, dude.
But look at that! How that one Feral Carnosaur just got whooped on. Another one actually is probably gonna win. That's so strange.
Yeah.
Okay, so Krokar won his. The Scarvets actually ended up losing.
Both of them, yeah.
I mean, the Cold Blood might have been a bad idea, but regardless, just because.
Yeah, I think that it lowered their melee attack so much that they were just. Their melee defense that they were going to be. They're starting to get hit a lot more.
Look at that Stegodon though.
Yeah, Stegodon just of all of them, that one did the best.
Yeah.
Probably because of that ballista though. I mean, that's kind of cheating.
So yeah, Scarvets do pretty well. But again, I think that these Scar veterans, if it were a ladder game, would simply engage, burst, run away, Cold Blood, re-engage, like because they're faster,
right?
And they also, yeah. So that would be an actual practical. But you can see that the Kharibdyss do pretty well. I mean, against Lizardmen though, they're still a risky pick because they're really squishy with 50 armor. And I actually had a ladder game earlier, and I had a Skink Chief just like sitting on it the whole game, and it just did like nothing. I was like, oh god.
Oh man, that's a frustrating one.
Yeah. So it's still risky in that matchup, but bringing like one off with the leadership could be really punishing against like Skinks and even Saurus. Let's see here. So Lizardmen.
Maybe Skaven with Norska definitely some Mammoths.
So let's go ahead and get Marauder Chieftain. We're gonna get Surtha Ek. Get the Maws of Savagery. We'll get some Famir with Great.
Did you say Surtha Ek?
Yeah, I have Surtha Ek. It's a Marauder Chieftain, just hanging out. I'll put him on a chariot for fun.
So I thought I was like, don't you just what?
So I'll get the Soul Crusher, which is a War Mammoth. The War Shrine is just like a weaker Mammoth. I mean, we could try that. The Norscan Giant is the same as the other one. But I'll try a regular War Mammoth, Soul Crusher, and then a Feral Mammoth.
Okay.
So bring 6 in total.
And we could do a Frostworm, but...
Yeah, Frostworm's just going to be a repeat of the Star Dragon.
Yeah.
Because it's just weaker than the Star Dragon, like, basically, yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, got 6.
Yeah, so the only one we're not trying out is the Warshrine Mammoth, which is basically just like, yeah, this should be interesting. Soul Crusher should do pretty well. I think it'll win because of its damage resist thing. But Famir with great weapons, I think, will win also. Although
Famir's just use their single eye and just glare into the maw of the Kharibdyss. It doesn't care.
If I just glare into it, just too dumb to comprehend the terror in front of them.
Just drooling everywhere.
I think that Famir got nerfed in this patch, though. So let's do this. I have the Maws of Savagery.
I didn't see any in the balance about them getting nerfed.
This, and... You ready to get wrecked, bro?
Dude, you're gonna get Charybdyed.
You're gonna Charybd die, dude.
Dude, don't even talk like that.
Dude, the Mammoths are coming. The Mammoths will... I feel like you never know. War Mammoths have a ton of HP. They have 11,000 HP compared to the 7 of the Kharibdyss.
You know, well, they got a mass increase, a really significant mass increase.
It's fast forward.
Which I guess helps with their charge, right?
Yeah.
But I like that under the breath. That's worthless. Like, you're an idiot. Like,
no, the mass increase, it won't matter against these monsters, but it's still a nice buff. I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it will.
But I don't know. Since they've been re-added into the game, they've felt really underwhelming.
The Mammoths, yeah, I don't like Mammoths. They're like missile sponges. Maws of Savagery getting in there. Oh, look at the werewolves.
Oh, dude. I guess it's just because Total War Warhammer 2 adds way more monsters in the game than 1 did.
Yeah.
So,
Soul Crusher needs to use this in Rage now. Maws of Savagery are doing pretty good. I think they're going to lose, though. The Famir Warriors are...
chunks.
Ooh, those Famir are actually taking a lot of damage, too. There is, like, some micro I could do to make the Famir more effective. So, for anyone watching, you can grab the Famir, path them past the monster, and then re-engage them to get a better surround. But, really, like, they get terrified, and their leadership gets tanked by that.
Yeah.
This might actually be a niche matchup for them. Because a lot of the... Like, I rely on Famir Warriors to take down such threats, but I usually do bring Javelins as well, but still, man. Javelins would own these guys so hard.
As always, you know, that's always the big crux when you're dealing with Norska is just their leadership.
Yeah, it's definitely a serious issue for them.
That Feral Mammoth on the other end is just getting whomped on.
The War Mammoths are doing better because they have Javelins on their back with anti-large. So those Javelins are helping out a little bit. Yeah, so Famir Warriors do okay. Like this one group on the far side got it to pretty low, and And again, Premier Warriors cost like 600 less, I think, give or take, like 500 less.
Right.
Mobs of Savagery, definitely not a good option there. They just get doggy styled. And
Dude, there's a pun intended in that. I get it.
yeah, that was good, right? Then the
Yes.
the War Mammoths win though. Soul Crusher wins. I think the other one's gonna win too.
Yeah, Soul Crusher had almost an issue with its leadership, but Soul Crusher won pretty handedly.
Let's fast forward here. Just get this last battle out of the way here. I want to see if this other War Mammoth wins. It looks like it does. Man, those mammoths are pretty beastly, huh? Yeah. They do cost more though, if I'm not mistaken. They cost like 22 or 2,400. We'll take a look here in a second. Cool. Yeah, that's so the mammoth.
Especially if you got these things attacking the front line, it's going to hopefully that terror that's coming out of that thing will help out with anything that it engages with.
Well, it also gets rid of Frenzy quickly too. So if you're in matchups with Frenzy, Frenzy is contingent on leadership, right? So it's based on So let's see. So yeah, the mammoth, the Warshrine mammoth cost 2,200, and what does the Kharibdyss cost?
1,800.
So for its cost, I think the Kharibdyss trades pretty well with other monsters. Like this thing has 400 gold more worth of stats poured into it, right?
Right.
And it almost is able to kill it. And it wrecks the Familiar Warriors pretty hard. But Familiar Warriors also cost quite a bit less, so there's some give and take there. All right,
okay.
So let's do the Skaven. Let's do Hell Pits.
Yeah, Hell Pit Abomination. Do you want to do maybe a Bonebreaker? I don't know how often we see that, but just kind of fun.
Yeah, we could do a Warlord. I'm concerned, though, because if we test the Bonebreaker and it gets killed, then the Hell Pits will suffer. They'll suffer the leadership. So I'm going to bring 4 Hell Pits. Let's get 4 Kharibdyss.
Okay.
It is Gotham's Reckoning.
Your precious Kharibdyss. We shall need it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of matchups in which I'd use Kharibdyss. Maybe Vampire counts. Because leadership, people are always like, oh, leadership, it does matter because they start to crumble if they break faster. So if there's if there's chaff units like skeletons and zombies, like who are sitting at the threshold of crumbling, it'll help with that. Plus, I feel like the Kharibdyss will trade well with Terrorgeist. We'll do some testing on that too once we get to vampires. We'll do Blood Knights and Terrorgeist.
Yeah, Empire too is one that's like.
Yeah, we'll do Demis and Royal. We'll do what's the big leaders. Do like a General of the Empire or something. I'm probably just Demigryph Knights. All right, cool. Fast forward.
Fasten it forward.
This is going to be interesting.
Hell Pit Abominations are so disgusting.
I feel like
it's 2 disgusting monsters.
Hell, we can.
I feel like the Kharibdyss is going to win hands down.
Well, the Hell Pits do have regeneration, but yeah, their leadership sucks, kind of. Well, I don't know. It's a tricksy one. It could be a bit of a back and forth. Just the most hideous beast of the old world fighting.
Dude, it's looking like a pretty back and forth. Oh god, look at these things.
Yeah,
they're just like rubbing their bellies against each other. Like,
yeah, it looks like the Hell Pit is going to lose, with the exception of that one engagement there. So it could. And again, the Hell Pits can retreat, run into Skaven Chaff and Spears, and then they can heal, whereas the Kharibdyss can't. So that's another variable. Right. Plus, when the Hell Pits explode, you know what happens. Oh, and too horrible to die proc. We can go normal speed now.
Okay.
So the Hell Pit wins 2 of those. Look at that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're going to regenerate as they chase them, which is like... Honestly, I think the Hell Pits might be a little bit better. Just based on the utility they have.
Yeah, exactly. The portion afterwards is also pretty cool.
Yeah. So 2 of the Hell Pits win. 1 of them loses, basically. This other one here, the Hell Pit Abomination, like, we just fast forward right now. So Dark Elves probably have means of catching it, but honestly, it's like regenerating, and it's going to come back and win now, like, you know, against this guy. Yeah, check that out. See? The Kharibdyss just gets wrecked. I think this Hell Pit should win. Find out in a second. Yes, Hell Pit seem to win that one.
Yeah, just barely.
They get the tip in there, all right.
Just wiggle it around.
All right, we can leave that test. I was surprised. I thought the Kharibdyss might do better but again, Hell Pits have regeneration, and I think they have poison. Let me just think there.
Yeah.
No, they don't have poison. They don't have poison. But the 2 horrible to die, I think, was able to win a couple of those because there's a chance. How much
they cost? 1,800 as well, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much the exact same. What's the leadership on Kharibdyss?
65.
It's 90 on Hell Pits.
Oh, and Hell Pits have more health because Kharibdyss is 7,000. Well, 7,100.
The problem with the Kharibdyss too is like it's going to go like break faster itself, right? Because only 60, 70 leadership, I think you said. So like the Hell Pit will fight longer. I think objectively the Hell Pit's a better unit. Let's do the Empire.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get some demis. I'll get the Royal Turfgrifites and 3 regular demis.
Okay.
That should be fine. So yeah, you just get... I mean, we could test like a General of the Empire, but we're just going to do units for now, I think. Get 4 total.
Got it.
And we shall do it like the Heathen Kings of old.
We shall drip it, drop it, and drip it.
Brilliant.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, I saw the direction you were going with that, though.
Thanks, man. You know what? At least someone does.
It was solid.
I feel lost. Like
For anyone watching, we'll also timestamp too, so you guys can like skip to the test you want to see, because I know there's some downtime with the loading and stuff. All right, here we go. Oh, dude, you ready super quick.
Dude, man, gotta put that pressure on.
I'm nervous now.
Dude, I brought Dark Shards.
You just bring like a full army. You're like, I beat Turin. I killed him.
Yeah, and record it too and put it on my channel.
Like
Turin lose.
Turin getting owned.
Spartacus? Question mark.
Why did he bring this terrible army? All right.
Turin's micro suffers at my superior army clump.
It will.
Oh.
I think Kharibdyss might win this, because the charge bonus will wear off. Oh, look at that.
God. Oh, God. Oh, this is just a beatdown over there.
That was like bully beatdown, like straight up. The Royal Altar of Grip win, though.
Yeah.
And, oh, look at that, though. Hold on. That other side could have gone either way, because they got terrified. Oh, yeah, so they're back now. So they'll rally, and then they basically lose that. Okay. So, I'm proud of the Griphites there. The Royal Altdorf Griphites win, of course, because they're just monsters.
Do that, yeah, that. It's like everyone else was getting beat down, but the Griphites or the Royal Altdorf Griphites were delivering it back just as heavy and hard.
So, Tomb Kings.
Oh, yeah.
It is time. We're going to do some, the Sphinx.
Bring us the constructs.
So, I'm going to bring an Iro Titan, and then I'll get some Cambrian War Sphinxes. I need to set the funds on it. Ultra. There we go. Okay, so this should be fine, I think, as far as testing. So, in total, bring 7.
Seven? Oh, shit.
Yeah, because it's kind of, if you do just one, there's some RNG, like you saw. Like, you want to have a couple, at least 2.
Right.
The main test here is the Necro Sphinx, but I want to see how an Iro Titan as well as the Cambrian War Sphinxes fare. Because Cambrian War Sphinxes are actually decent against large, because they have these like bows on their back and they have decent stats. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
The Doom Pussy just kind of trotting up and down the field.
They're pretty scary. Yeah, they're fierce.
They have huge fangs, man.
Good. Cambrian War Sphinxes are really good. They're so good.
Fire everywhere.
Are you afraid, Ryan?
Dude, in the night.
You tremble.
That's right. Remember the movie?
The Sphinx of Usech is just gonna punish so hard.
What's
it's just the ROR Sphinx. Usech. Usech.
It's just funny to hear you say it.
I know. Try and say it correctly.
Do you remember the movie Tremors?
Dude, these are straight up Tremors.
Exactly right.
Yeah. All right, let's fast forward.
Right, fast forward.
Iro Titans are just waddling all ominously. Yeah, okay, you guys going the right way. We'll just do the Iro Titan Spirit Leeches, because they actually have that, so.
Damn.
Yeah, this is, so if we look over here, you can see the Necro Sphinx is, wow, actually losing?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one, I think, but again, they're not going to break. I think the Necro Sphinxes will win, because the leadership will be an issue.
Right, because we'll keep fighting after it, going down all the way.
Cambrian War Sphinx is doing pretty good, actually. You could also kite with the Cambrian War Sphinx.
Yeah, they're archery. They're Hadou on their back.
As we expected, the ROR, the Sphinx of Usech is like one of the best anti-large monsters in the game.
Dude, he's so strong.
Yeah, he's pretty hard to beat, because he never breaks too, and a lot of monsters' duels are decided by breaks.
Dude, look at him just chomping after him, like the Bob Ross of Necro Sphinxes.
Yeah.
Or not Bob Ross, Rick Ross, I meant.
Rick Ross? I was like, all right, I'll roll with it. I don't know what it means, but...
Sure, yeah, Bob Ross, the painter.
Necro Sphinxes win, hands down. Because they don't break. Even if it is close, they're going to win on leadership, like we were guessing.
Cambrian War Sphinx loses. The other one is it's got low leadership, but I think it's just going to lose.
Yeah, it's going to lose. Yeah. So the Necro Sphinx there, I think if we were to test the Necro Sphinx, like, with like 8 of them, they would win like 6 to 7 of those.
Right.
Because like that one Necro Sphinx really won pretty heavily too. It was just some RNG on that one, but let's go ahead and fast forward the Titans. Don't engage your other guys. He's
I'm trying to keep their range out.
I don't think it would matter too much.
All right, both Necro Sphinxes or both War Sphinxes are gone.
Our Titans are.
Man, this is a slow one. Look at these guys.
Our Titans are really tanky. Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Really? 100 armor, 45 melee defense.
Now, an Iro Titan would absolutely punish a freaking War Hydra, because the fire damage would wreck the regenerating unit. But here it's the Iro Titans put up a good fight for something that's not like a dedicated anti-large. And I didn't use the blast, the Shem's Burning Gaze, but in a battle, I feel like the time you're going to spend like doing the big cast animation, you're going to lose out on more DPS. So
yeah, absolutely.
So okay, so the Necro Sphinxes are pretty much the winner here. Cameron
War Sphinxes and Hydro Titan do not win, but close with the Hydro Titan, I guess you could say.
And let's see what the cost is on the Necro Sphinx. I forget off the top of my head. We're gonna look here.
Isn't it like 1,600?
I think it's more than that. It's 2,000. So again, it trades pretty well upward. Even though it like loses, it's still like with the support of other Dark Elf units, it would do well. And yeah, I like that. It's still risky in that matchup, I think, because of the Bone Giant as well as Ushabti. We'll just melt it and like break its leadership, but we'll just see that. Vampires. Okay, so here you get a Haggard Lord Necromancer.
The Haggard Lord.
Let me get rid of all his buffs to make sure it's a clean test. So
do not bring your bones at me.
I am going to get Vargulfs. We could try Vargulfs. No, Vargulfs will just get massacred. That's kind of stupid.
Vargulfs will just get beat around.
So get 6.
Okay.
Vargulfs cost 1,400, but the reason they're good is because they're fast with 80 speed, and that's like not going to matter.
Just charging out with their little tiny wings.
I was surprised at how fast Vargulfs were. They have 80 speed. They're faster than like most heavy cav. Dude,
that's ridiculous. I thought it was gonna be like 90.
I thought it was like bugging out when I was watching it the other day. You got 6, right?
Yeah, I got 6.
Okay.
Just leaping across the whole entire battlefield.
Yeah, Vargulfs are solid. I've started using them in a lot of matchups. Like even against missile heavy factions, as long as you spam like 3 or 4 Felbats and some Hounds, like you can get away with it.
Dude, imagine a Vargulf with an apron just making you like a lovely breakfast.
Yeah. Well, their lore is pretty crazy too, isn't it? Like, aren't they vampires who are like locked in a cage?
Yeah, basically, that's kind of like the whole thing with Strigoi, like
the mutated vampires.
Yeah, basically, like that's like the whole thing with Vargeist and Vargulfs and Strigoi. They all kind of have like the same like overly feral vampire thing going with them. Like, wow. Oh, I suck the blood of rats.
All right, so I'm gonna use 1 breath attack to kind of like simulate. I would do that in a regular engagement before I charged or whatever. So
you keep trying to use these things to like even the odds for you because you don't want these things to win. You don't like the Kharibdyss. You don't like the bladed badge.
I think they're pretty good. Yeah, we can fast forward. The breath attacks coming in hot. Does really good damage. Well, that's fine. We'll get in there. Great. Blood Knights are gonna win, I think.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, like because they wreck light armor. Like light armored large targets are what Blood Knights specialize against. Because they have like I think they have like frenzy and what is the flag of the red keep? Gives them missile resist. They're guys not doing bad. For like I'm impressed because they are a flying unit, so they're going to be objectively weaker than like a dedicated ground.
Right.
Blood Knights just wreck shop. They just like lance those guys into the pits. But
so, Terrorgeist didn't do terrible because one was pretty close. One was a little bit closer. Then the other one was like, a 50% health, like kind of a hands down win.
I think that the Terrorgeist are still going to be pretty good against him because you can just cycle in, breath attack, get 1 or 2 attacks, pull out, invocation him to heck. It's
right.
But again, Dark Elves have some pretty good answers to Terrorgeist and stuff. So right. But the Kharibdyss could be good there. You just stack it in the middle of your army, and if one of those Terrorgeists come down, you can have some overwatch from some of your missiles and stuff. So.
That's the big thing with anything with Dark Elves is it's like, yeah, are you going to commit to attacking the Kharibdyss and then expose yourself to Dark Shards? Because Dark Shards are going to just rip up anything that would be a big threat to the Kharibdyss.
Okay, so this time bring 7. I'm not going to use Dark Usher. Actually, get 8.
Oh.
I want to just try regular Chaos Knights with... We want to try Chaos Knights with Lances. Nah, I think the Kharibdyss will just stomp them. Just cancel that last one. Sorry, just get 7. Alright. Time to party.
Party hard, bro.
So we'll fight the first couple and then save 1 in the back for Kolek. I actually brought Kolek. I want to see how well it does against him.
Oh, Big Daddy. Bring the hammer.
I mean, Kolek will smash it, but I want to see how much HP it's able to get off.
Dude, you're vicious.
Just a ruthless tyrant, Ryan.
Dude, if you were Kolek, it'd be disgusting.
I gotta get used to calling you by your YouTube name. You know?
I know.
It's weird because I've known you in person for so long.
Yeah, man, because if people go to my Twitter and see my real name, they're going to be like, that's not his name.
Like, it's treason then.
It's treason then. Have you ever heard the story of Dark Pelagius?
So I got the Summoners of Rage, some Dragon Ogres. I got the Big Papas. So just leave the Alpha in the back to wait for Kolek. This will be interesting. Dragon Ogres have pretty good charge bonus, but Kharibdyss have a charge bonus of 45, so that's not bad at all.
Dude, yeah, they're. I mean, I actually really like the stat line of the Kharibdyss.
Are you engaged? Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta fix my engagement. There we go. Okay. Time. Fast forward. Summoners of Rage are gonna just stomp couches.
Yeah, smash them, smash them.
You can see. Look at that. Ooh. Dragon Ogres do pretty well here. The one Dragon Ogre is just Matrix, just Morpheus, just Neo dodging bullets there. He's taking no damage, but the Kharibdyss catches up pretty quick. So regular Dragon Ogres lose. The Summoners of Rage they actually broke. Wow.
Yeah, they lost, but so did the Kharibdyss.
Yeah, so they'll both rally here, and then I think the Summoners...
Shaggoth, we got 1 win for the Kharibdyss.
The Shaggoth, I think, would win more consistently, probably.
Yeah,
like
look
at the
2 losses. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll charge my rogue one for Big Bro, for Kolek.
Bring him.
Bring him. Fast forward?
Yeah, we can fast forward.
Because he's not going to get there anytime fast.
Kolek's just going to give this guy the biz.
Dude, Kolek's got a big... Kolek is definitely the Rick Ross of Warhammer. He's got that strut about him too, dude. Just so pompous.
Oh, man, he hits so hard, Kolek. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
He's taking a little bit back, though. And I do like Kolek against Dark Elves. I feel like he's a strong pick. But the Kharibdyss, man. Oof. Oof.
Man, yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Kolek is just ripping him.
I did use his abilities, but that was, it's pretty similar. It wouldn't make a difference.
Ripping and gripping.
That was just domination. So the Shaggoths win for the most part. Standard Dragon Ogres lose to them.
Yep. Even Summoners of Rage. They did come back, though, and kill their target.
Yeah, the Summoners got terror routed temporarily, I think, and then came back. So, see if there's any other tests to do. I think there was... What faction? There's nothing to really to test on Dwarves.
I think let me see.
What else have the tree people?
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
It's kind of... We'll try it out.
I think outside of that, though, that's pretty much everything.
Let's just do 4 tree men. The Forest Dragon will lose. Dirthu will obviously win. Yeah, so 4 tree men.
Okay, so 4 Kharibdyss it is.
I gotta make sure my Glade Lord doesn't, shoot.
Yeah, you better, dude.
I'm gonna cheat.
I don't want your hacks, bro.
You're just gonna see me sniping your guy in the shadows.
You're gonna bring up the console and, start getting into it?
Yeah, typing in code.
He's in the mainframe. I hacked the Gibson.
Just 90s hacker montage.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
With what was the quintessential 90s haggard techno music?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the quintessential 90s hacker movie. I was gonna say, yeah, the movie Hackers.
There's always really cringy music playing while they're doing
yeah,
that.
just it's like someone using a drill gun over and over.
So good. I think the tree men will lose this, but maybe we'll be surprised.
Prepare, dude. Prepare yourself.
So the tree men, as far as what they have good physical resist of 20%.
We are on no one's side because no one is on our side.
Tree men have charge defense against all.
And they also have roots in their feet.
I could just brace for it, but they have a charge bonus of 30. I feel like, I don't know.
Let's fast forward it because it's got 2 of the slowest units.
I'm actually going to have 2 of them brace.
Okay.
And then let the other 2 just fight normal. Yeah, okay.
Boom, boom.
The tree gets knocked over so
Dude,
hard.
just completely hit down.
Yeah. Wow, the trees are actually holding their own.
Dude, it's really funny.
Then they get knocked over.
He just face down in the mud immediately.
Yeah. Okay, that one tree man's just getting wrecked over there. The one in the middle is doing a little better, but it's going to lose.
Got knocked down first.
Because the poison has some pretty good mitigation here. If we look at, for anyone who doesn't know, it lowers the weapon damage as well as the armor piercing damage. So there's a couple negative factors there that are pretty big in this fight.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty huge.
Yeah. Looks like Kharibdyss is going to win this one across the board, which is what we expected. I mean, tree men are not excellent for what they do. I mean, they look cool, though.
I love choosing them from a thematic build point of view, but I don't.
They don't have too many roles in competitive play, unless you're really just going to go wild and surprise your opponent. They're expecting.
Oh shit! I didn't expect these.
Yeah, that's what they're for, basically. Cool.
Wild card, bitches. Yeah, hands down.
Wrecked.
REQT.
All right, let's see if there's anything else we missed. I think we got every faction that was pertinent. We got Norska, we got Chaos, we got the Vampires. Greenskins, we did the Arachnarch Spiders, we did Lizards, Skaven, but yeah, I think we did everyone. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, man? What are your overarching thoughts of kind of the goodness here?
I think that a lot of overall, I feel like it either there's not very many matchups where it's outright loses, hands down, where I'm like, oof, that's a tough pick. I think that there are enough matches where it actually does competitively, or at least strongly enough that if it was with other Dark Elf units supporting it, it would actually be a really solid pick. And for 1,800 points, all it does, and on top of the causing terror, and the fact that it doesn't have regeneration, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, with so many things now doing fire damage, especially like, you know, the entire High Elf roster, I feel like now. I feel like that not having regeneration is almost a strength for it to make it a little bit more worthwhile against a very fire heavy range meta. That makes sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And definitely some great points there. I mean, yeah, the Sisters of Averlorn are someone that, you know, that highlights that point that you just made. But yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be some fun ways to kind of use them. I mean, Dark Elves never really had a huge issue with large as is. They have so many AP missiles, and so it's not like it's like plugging some big vacuum that they were missing, but it's still a nice addition. I'm looking forward to seeing like some terror bomb builds using the -8 leadership, and then Lore of Death on top of that. You could get like, you know, Doom and Darkness and these other things to make leadership just substantially worse from your opponent. But maybe against, low leadership factions, I mean, I can see them maybe being a surprise niche pick against the Greenskins, you know, a couple things like that. But yeah, it just opens up more build options, really, and I look forward to seeing them in action, man.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm really excited about it.
I think that's
all right, guys. Yeah, this concludes our little unit testing video. Thanks for joining us here. If you have any other suggestions or anything you want to see for as far as like, hey, why don't you guys test these two units against each other, go ahead and leave a comment below. You can head on over to Turin's channel. I'll have a comment there or a link in the comments below. Go ahead and check that out. But if you haven't liked the video, subscribe to both of us or one of us, probably just me, because Turin knows what he's talking about.
No worries. Either way is fine. Well, I'll take it.
Yeah. All right, guys, but have a good one and take care.
Hey, take care, guys.